Hello, and welcome to Spirit Among Us. In this life, it's important for us to make plans. We live in a world that is always getting more busy. And if we don't plan things out, if we don't plan for the future, make schedules, figure things out for what's to come ahead, we will get left behind. It's the nature of the world we live in. It is very fast-paced. So, it is necessary for us to plan. Planning itself is an important skill that not everyone has, and it can be a great blessing to have this skill, but it can also be a great detriment. Sometimes, when we are really good at planning, we can get this idea that because we're so good at planning, we know how things should go. Furthermore, we can be tempted to think that we know where we will go. But that isn't the case. We are not God. Proverbs chapter 16 verse 9. In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. We all make plans. We all have dreams and things that we want to do in our lives. Maybe it's a dream of having a great family, or maybe getting that dream job that you've always wanted, or really meeting your soulmate and falling in love. We have dreams. We have things we want to do. But even though we have these plans, that doesn't mean they are going to come true. Just because we want to do something doesn't mean that it's going to happen. We may plan the course, but God is the one who makes our steps. He is the one that leads us through our lives. And sometimes His plan does not line up with what we want to do. Because in the end, we are part of God's plan and not the other way around. God is not part of our plan. We didn't make some plan that God wants to be a part of. We are in His plan. But in these moments that we don't get what we want, when we don't get what we hoped for, when we feel like God is holding back a blessing, it can be very tempting to grow angry. It can be easy to get frustrated, to get irritated. We can be so convinced that we know what's best, that we actually get angry at God and say, why are you doing this? Why is this happening? I know I should have this. I know I need this. Because we think we know what's best. But we have to remember that even if we don't understand God's plan, we can still trust it. Isaiah chapter 55 verses 8 and 9. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. When the things we're going through in life don't make sense to us, when we can't understand what God is trying to do, we can still trust Him. Even when we're frustrated because we didn't get what we wanted, even if we're frustrated because our plans don't work out, we can still trust Him. God has such a higher understanding than we ever will. His ways are so much higher than our ways. Think about this. We only see a small piece of what's happening in this world. We have a very limited perspective. But God, He sees the whole picture. He understands beginning to end. And He knows exactly what He wants to accomplish and what He plans to accomplish. And don't forget this, that what He wants to accomplish is best. God's plan is the best plan there is, period. So I know, life can be frustrating when things don't go our way, but trust God with your life. Trust God with your plans. And remember this, that it's God's plan that we're a part of, not ours. Thank you for watching, and God bless.